So let's talk about how to build an EB2 NIW profile properly and what not to do. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jason and I work with several top immigration lawyers, which is where my EB2 NIW profile building insights come from. I also run a paid newsletter for $12 per month, through which you can get access to my newsletter resources, which includes a profile building opportunities database that lists over 400 opportunities categorized by field and criteria. You also get access to my private group, where members have been able to find co-authors for papers and articles, have been able to find opportunities shared by other members, and have also been able to find collaborators in general for profile building. Also, several members of the group have gotten approved now for EB1A and O1 simply by interacting with other members and working with them to profile build. If you're interested in these resources, check out the link in the comments. But going back to the video, what should you not be doing when profile building for EB2 NIW? Here are 3 things to definitely avoid when profile building. The first thing to avoid is rushing, trying to do as many activities as possible in as short of a span of time as possible, thinking that that is going to help strengthen your profile. When an officer looks at your profile, they're going to look at the continuity of your activities, how long you've been doing them, and whether you've actually shown a consistent record of contributing to an area of national interest outside of your work with your company. If you've only done 2 to 3 months of activities, you're probably going to get questioned on whether you can actually contribute to this area of national interest, especially outside of your work with your company. The second thing to avoid is only doing prestigious activities and not doing activities that may not seem as prestigious, but can still help with your EB2 NIW profile. Because EB2 NIW profile building is not about showing your level of expertise, but more so about showing how you have consistently contributed to an area of national interest outside of your work with your company based on the proposed endeavor that makes sense for your background. And the third thing to avoid is just to do a bunch of random activities without regard for a proposed endeavor. You need to have a sense of how you're going to be contributing to an area of national interest, and that's not just going to come down to doing a bunch of activities. You need to be clear about perhaps a problem you're trying to solve, or perhaps an area that needs more awareness. Perhaps it is a problem area for the US, or it's an area that's short-staffed, or there's not enough attention being paid attention to it, or there's not enough attention being paid to this particular area of national interest. You need to make an argument for how your contributions to this area will matter significantly to the US in the context of national interest. So these are just 3 things to avoid when profile building for EB2 NIW. Avoid these 3 things so that you end up building a strong EB2 NIW profile instead of making these mistakes and ending up with a not so strong EB2 NIW profile